All right. Welcome. Greetings and good day to you all. You are tuned in to the Peak Wellness Hour brought to you by Peak Homecare Associates. And we're super excited to be here with you today. We did safety last month, so y'all strap on y'all seatbelts. We don't know where this conversation's going, but we're so excited to be here with you all. We're gonna sit here, we're gonna chill, we're gonna chit chat about everything healthcare, and we want to get your perspective. So we want you to chime in, excuse me, and give your perspectives. Whether you're listening live or on a replay, you are more than welcome to share in the comments as we go through. Okay, so if you're listening to this on replay, and we encourage you to share your thoughts and perspectives with us, you can go ahead and go in the comment section and do that. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned and stay inspired and empowered as we have this conversation. Before we do, though, you know what we're going to do. I am Angelina, your nurse here with Peak Home Care Associates. Grateful to introduce our CEO and founder of Peak Home Care Associates, the one and only Queen Edith. Queen, good morning.
Oh, good morning, everybody. And I know that we have international viewers. I say hi, how are you doing wherever you are in this world?
Yes.
It's Saturday, yay. And it's the Saturday after Memorial Day. I don't know about all of you. I mean, depending on where you're watching from, but Indiana we had a lot of rain. We had a lot of rain, I think, early part of the day. So I don't know how your barbecues and cookouts went.
Mhm.
But I worked in the morning, ran a few errands in the day, came back home, put my feet up, rested a bit, and did schoolwork. That was my day. I think I cooked. I think we cooked a little bit, but not so much. We didn't have any guests. So, how was yours? This morning we've been talking about today, and what we want to do is we've done 6 months of this year, right? And the second half of the year, we want to just take a little stock. How beneficial are our videos to you? Are you hearing what you think is helpful for you if you were a senior, if your parents were a senior, you're looking for care? Are we giving you some tips that would have been helpful? We want to know. I'll let the Queen Angel take it from here because she knows, she has all the details. She's in charge, not me. But thank you. It's a pleasure having you on with us again. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. In charge, I am not. um, yeah, so we talked about a lot of things. We talked about what's going on. Up until, like she said, we're 6 months into the year. Great things going on. You all feel free to share what you all have going on. Great in your lives, because we really do appreciate the interaction, the engagement that we get here on this platform. And we just kind of grow little by little. But like she said, we do want to hear um, your feedback. We do want to know if we're making a difference. We do want to know what you want to hear, right? So this morning we were talking. We were all over the place as we typically are. Like she said, we've been very busy. We're very busy making differences in the lives of others, and it's just not though that client or patient or resident, however people choose to identify when it comes to healthcare. It's not just those individuals that we are servicing. We are servicing family members. We are servicing third party vendors, meeting needs professionally, all sorts of things. We're networking. So what we do is what we believe what we do is important. We want to make a difference in what we do. So we do appreciate your feedback. So like she said, we have a lot of things in the works. I know we were talking about the group home situation. We're not going to get too far into that because it's still in the works and it's not for me to divulge like that. This is yet one another Queen Edith's um, amazing ventures to she's all over the place too when it comes to doing things. So yes, this is her thing too. Okay, this is one of her babies again. She's birthing babies over here.
I know, right? We need to make sure we're feeding them well to grow, though.
Yes, 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 yes. That's very true. That's very true. And while we're talking about that, I want to make sure I put our information down here. So yeah, a lot of good things in the works. And I think it's just when we get on here, it's fun to have these conversations because we get to filter through what's going on. We get to bounce things off of one another and have these conversations in front of you all, so we do enjoy the feedback as well as the support and the liking and the sharing and the subscribing as well. So please do that. So yeah, talking about, we're discussing the benefits of group homes, the benefits of home care, all of these things. And I think it's super important to have these conversations because there's so much that people don't know. They don't know the resources are out there. The help is out there. They don't know what that help looks like, and how to access it. So I'm very grateful to have these conversations every Saturday morning with you all. 10 a.m., same place, same time, just about same time, right? 10-ish. So, but that's why though, because there's so much, there's so many layers to what we do. We get to learn new things all the time, and share those things with you. So it's definitely a blessing. So yeah. I'm sorry, I thought I turned my phone off. So yeah, we've just been jumping around talking about what we have going on. And I do notice that there are a lot, I said it last week, there are a lot of healthcare providers in some aspect that tend to tune in. So if you are or have been affiliated with any kind of healthcare service, feel free to share this information with others. Share it with your senior loved ones, whether they need home care or not. As you've seen, we provided all kinds of different resources. So make sure you share that information. Share that with the family member that doesn't understand what's going on, right? That maybe you need some extra support in having conversations. We're just buzzing off on the phones. See, this is a chill session. I'm drinking hot tea. Queen Edith's drinking hot tea. What kind of tea are you drinking? While she's doing that, I am drinking. We're drinking hot tea. She does the tea all the time, and I thought that sounded really good. That's partially why we were late. So
what's in your tea?
I'm drinking peppermint tea.
Oh, okay.
Which is good for digestion, you all. Just a little note can help with some sleep. Just a little note. So
a very good friend of mine gave me a birthday present, knowing that I love tea. So I just put a few of them in my tea thing here. But it's well, this says I don't know what this is. It doesn't say. Oh, decaf Ceylon. And then
what is it? Let me see it.
Ceylon, Ceylon. And this is Egyptian. Okay, this is the Ceylon.
Okay.
It's written down here.
Okay.
And this is Egyptian chamomile.
Okay.
Organic Earl Grey. I've always loved Earl Grey. Organic Earl Grey. Harry's Fruity Black Tea. So it's a whole lot of different brands, and this is just a few of them that I keep here. So yeah, I'm getting to enjoy different kinds of tea, and yeah. But if you love tea, you're my buddy. I like coffee too. I actually love coffee. I love both. So I get to choose what I want every morning. But as you can see, we are all over because we want to know from you. Our goal today is to get to know from you what topics.
Absolutely.
What topics you want to hear from us. One of the questions we asked ourselves is this: what do you do if a parent is resisting home care? And you know clearly that they need it. What do you do? That's a question. We thought that would be a great topic to bring about some of the reasonings and how we can respond in ways to make them help them, adjust their thinking a little bit and maybe change their minds. Our goal is to try and create scenarios and then discuss the scenario. Create a scenario. Mom says that, dad says that. Okay, so how do we get around this? Because they need care, and we're trying to do preventive care. Be proactive rather than doing it as a result of a hurt. We want to, as much as possible, avoid falls. I'm not saying when a caregiver is with your parent, they will never fall. They can still fall, but you can minimize the chances of them falling. Okay, so that's one thing we've been thinking about bringing to you. I do believe that will be very helpful to you because it's a common thing. Queen, I'll let you continue.
And you know what, though? You said something very key. The word you said was proactive. Being proactive with healthcare, being proactive with the care of our loved ones. And Grand Rising Queen Mother, aka Rhonda. I can't call my mom that, but that's who I'm talking to.
So
Grand
that's your
Rising.
mom?
Yes, that is my mother. Yes, that's my Queen Mother.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Hello, Queen Mother.
Yes.
Thank you for
and Queen Betty
us.
is my aunt, which is her sister. So yes. And they're both in the healthcare profession. So that's why I said we have some healthcare gurus here. And then you've got is Essie, Queen Essie, is she in healthcare? She is, y'all.
She's in healthcare. She's in Texas. She used to live in Bloomington.
Okay.
But she's moved briefly to Texas. So yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got some healthcare professionals in the house.
Yeah.
So yeah, what you were saying, being proactive, that's key. So a lot of the things that we do talk about do revolve around being just that, proactive. When we're talking about falls, when we're talking about even dementia, when we're talking about diabetes, when we're talking about the finances, all those things, the counseling and those are proactive things that we are coming to you with, that we're wanting to share with you. And again, that we love your feedback on. We'd love to bounce back ideas. And we're going to have a session where people are comfortable coming up if they want. You don't have to be on camera, but we would love to hear. I think the audience
even your
would love to
voice.
hear,
Yes.
Different perspectives other than what we have. We certainly want to invite the Peak Home Care Associate team to always feel free to come on and hang out with us and have these conversations. You were so funny. You're so funny. So yes. This is a fun day today, y'all. As you can see, we're chilling and chatting, okay? We're just chilling. So here comes my king. What's going on? This is a fun day.
It's a fun day. We're chilling.
You gonna sit down and chat with us about healthcare, babe? Oh boy. My king has been he's off today and he's been working all morning. Dealing with scheduling, dealing with call-ins. That's something else we can discuss. Continuity of care.
Okay. That is a job that's a whole job on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Scheduling,
He
call
knows.
out. Oh, suddenly I can do this suddenly, and a lot of the time Edith will jump up, but I can't jump up to two places, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think it is? Is causing all these call outs? Some things don't need a call out.
Well, it's a lack of accountability and it's a lack of responsibility. I think, you know, if and to each its own. Okay, if unless and to each its own again. But if I know my vehicle's down today, I'm gonna make sure I have arrangements for Monday because I know I have to work Monday. So I know I'm had to make arrangements for transportation, whatever it is. You know, things with your babysitters. You know, childcare. Those things happen. Sudden illnesses, sudden accidents. Those things happen. But if you know you've been sick all day, you've been out drinking all night, and now you just don't feel like getting up for work in the morning, I'm not understanding what's happening. I'm not saying that you go to work like that, but I'm saying that you make decisions where you don't have to go to work like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I have an agency that I worked with in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So when you make these sudden call out, instead of getting your full rate of $16 an hour, you know what they give you? They give you $7 an hour minimum wage.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, what's the money? The money is the money. You know, if you know that's what you're gonna, especially you have habitual call. You have people that habitually call in. You know, every payday, this person's gonna call in. Every week, you know those ones that are doing it. What you're doing is first and foremost, you're disrupting the care that you've been hired to provide for these individuals. That's first and foremost. Okay. Secondly, it's disrespectful to your coworkers. Grand Rising Queen, we were just talking about you. Grand Rising, welcome to the building, the virtual building. So glad you're here.
I love your picture. You look so good in that picture, girl.
Yes. So yeah, it's we're talking, Queen. I know you're trying to. We're talking about continuity of care, people calling in to work, and being responsible with that. So yeah, it affects patient. It affects our clients. It affects our customer. However you want to phrase them. It affects them. So we have to think about that. And now I'm working harder. Queen Edith's working harder because I don't want to show up to work, but we all knew I wasn't coming to work anyways, though. You see, I'm like, come on now. When we do that and we have turnover, what happens is now Peak has paid for Sarah and Sally to start. Okay, we paid for uniforms. We paid somebody extra to train you. It's extra time, extra effort. It's extra tax. It's taxing on the person we're taking care of. Because now it's not just me seeing you undress in the shower. Now it's another person. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot that's gone on with this.
Yes.
Now we have to pay you for training. And then all of a sudden you just don't come to work and we have to do it all over again. Turnover disrupts the flow of things. And so because, we're not talking about us as Peak having turnover. I'm just using that as an example. But when you have that, now, who has to pay for it? The client. Because we have to keep business afloat, right? So we have to pull that money from somewhere because we keep having high turnover. Think about that. Because at some point you're going to be older. Okay, we're all going to be older. Do you want someone taking care of you that's not reliable? Oh, she's a good worker, but when she shows up. If you don't show up regularly, then you're not a good worker because you're not there to be a good worker.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're not there when you say you'll be there, and then when you come out of 7 days or 4 days or 5 days, you show up on time, maybe 1 day a week, and the other days you're calling out. Nobody wants to work with such a person because, like you said, the clients, is relying on us to show up.
Yes.
Now she's showing his or her deafness to Edith, to Angelina, to Geraldine, to anybody at all. Right? What is this?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to, you can go to McDonald's and work, and nobody necessarily, gets, undignified to speak. You're not putting people's dignities out there over there. You don't show up, you don't show up. Maybe, I don't know. Go work somewhere. Don't do home care. Because we're dealing with people, dealing with human beings.
That's why I said it's accountability, because you can't do that anywhere. I don't want you at Chick-fil-A messing up my lunch order while I'm working with that kind of mindset. It doesn't matter. It's a mindset. We're not accountable. Whatever you do it well, right? If you're gonna do something wrong, do a good job at it. Okay. If you're not gonna show up to work, then get your own replacement. Isn't that fair?
Right.
Isn't that fair? Because now you called me and you gave me enough time to tell me you're not coming in, but now I still have to find somebody to cover you. So let's be fair about that. She said it also disrupts the management trying to find someone to yeah, there you go, Queen. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. Yes, you're right. You're right. So if you all want to join this conversation, you all can click that link and come on up. Queen FC.
So how do we encourage high value people to get into this field?
Glad you asked. I think the biggest thing is first of all, proper management. Okay. We tend to hire from within, and you tend to hire the best of the best. So as you, the CEO of Peak Homecare Associates, if it's me and Sally, and I'm the best between me and Sally, but I'm not management material, I'm the best of the best though. So you go with me. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make it okay. If sometimes you need to say, I need to hire from outside, and I think that's what we do a lot of times with management. When you're hiring from within, you've had cliques, you've had groups, and so there's an issue with that. Even people coming from the outside, as a manager, now you're dealing with people that are clicked up. They have an attitude because they can't deal with change. So I think it requires management to be consistent, but it requires someone that is equipped in human behavior in the least to be able to do proper interviews. What's your best quality? What's your worst quality? Those are basic questions. If you ask somebody something like this, okay, so your shift starts at 7:00. Okay, you live, how far away do you live from the job? 30 minutes. Okay, so your shift starts at 7:00. What time would you normally leave your home to get to work? Oh, about 6:15, 6:20. Okay. So that means that you're in the cup. You know what I'm saying? If you are 30 minutes away and you leave at 6:15, 6:20, what happens if there's an accident? What happens if there's a tree down? What happens if there's flooding? You don't know. What happens if there's a train? You don't know. I don't know. What happens? Okay, so if 7:00,
if the answer that about 6:15, 6:20, you didn't put into consideration the distance, because you don't know where you're going to work, assumingly, because in our field, the office, but you don't know what your client is. So the answer would be something like, it depends on the distance. If it's about 20 minutes from my house, then I'll give myself an extra 20 minutes, so double the time. That answer itself leaves a lot, somebody who is not necessarily a thinker.
But it gives you something. But you know what though? But it's what you do on a regular basis. It's nothing to think about. It's what you do on a regular basis. If everywhere you go, you like to be 15 minutes early, okay? So you make sure with 15 minutes early, you might leave a little earlier than that. Like my mom, like she'll be like, I gotta be somewhere at 8:00. She'll leave at 7. I'm like, you only 20 minutes to me. Okay, it's excessive. But if you are in the habit of making sure that I like to at least be 15 minutes early wherever I go, it shows a pattern of behavior. You see what I'm saying? It's something to think about. It's showing a pattern of behavior. You can say something like, if being on time is at 7 o'clock, you can clock in 7 minutes late or 7 minutes early and 7 minutes after. What's the latest you clock in? And you say no later than 7:05. I would say I'm clocking in, I'd like to clock in as soon as possible, so, maybe 7, even if you don't, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to show you somebody's character off the bat. So when they say, share with me a time where you've had to make a tough decision, share with me a time where you've had to be in leadership, those are things to think about, because it shows if you can't diffuse this, have you had, a lot of times they'll say, have you had a situation that you've had to diffuse? A lot of times people have not. So if you've not dealt with those situations, I wouldn't count you out, but you wouldn't be my front runner for management in the future. You see what I'm saying? Because you have no experience with diffusing situations. See, you have to ask questions in a manner where you're looking at you're painting a picture overall of this person, not just in this one interview, but you're envisioning how they're looking, their performance. What's the greatest job you've had and why? What's the worst job you've had? And that'll tell you something. Well, this job sucked. They were inconsistent. There was no help. I had to work hard. Well, instead of saying, well, this job, was my least favorite because it was more challenging and it was just more than, I was wanting to deal with. It was just not for me. Instead of saying something negative. So you see who you're dealing with.
It gives you a glimpse, definitely. A glimpse of a lot of things. It's a window to the future of this person.
Yes.
Incentives. Queen AC, are you saying that incentives is one of the things that we can use to attract high value people? Is that what you're saying? So,
or is that a part of the other? Is it saying more clients like to have someone regular?
Have some,
or is that two separate things, Queen? I'm not sure.
I think I asked the question: how do you attract high value personnel? People to want to work in this field. And I think that her answer to that is also, after the interview thing, is incentives. What are you offering them? What incentives are there?
There we go.
Paying extra to the caregivers if they do not have lateness for pay. So rewarding. You're talking about rewarding the high value employees, giving them.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
No, go ahead.
I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Rewards.
Here's the thing with that. And I agree with it. Here's the thing with that. It would make more sense. A lot of companies pay 2-3%. So you're looking at 30 cents more an hour, little things, and everybody gets, you either get the 30 cents or the 60 cents. Stuff you can just throw on the ground, in a well. It's change, it's pennies. With all due respect.
However, it does not have to be the extra pay so much as a bonus. I say, thank you for being so consistent this month. You were not late one day. You were not. This is a $25, a $50 gift card or something. Go buy yourself, take your family out to dinner, do something, a gift. Thank you. So if we can do that, do you understand what I'm saying? So first of all, they're not expecting it, right? And then it shows up in their mail, a gift card, or it shows up on their paycheck or something like that. That thank you for being on time, for being someone we can count on, for being consistent, whatever it is.
I agree with that. I think it would have to be consistent though, because I was gonna say with the pay, I know my husband's job does that. But here's the thing: if you come to work on time for a whole month and you don't call in, then you get whatever the bonus is. but you should always come to work on. You see what I'm saying? You should always be to work on time. So if I'm saying to myself, well, I just won't get the $200 this month because I don't care about being at work on time. No, yes, you will. When it comes to when it comes to the raises, that's what I'm saying. I think when it comes to evaluations, even if it's like 90-day evaluations, 6-month evaluations, regular evaluations to where you're compensating people on a regular basis like that, I think that's a good idea because I mean, on top of, with managers, if you and I are managers and we go out to eat with all the other managers, but we don't never do anything with the staff, a manager's leaving, we'll throw them a party, but not the team members, the staff members. That's not creating morale, and then when the managers are done, then the staff can have leftovers. That's not creating morale. If one person gets a birthday card, everybody gets a birthday card. You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. Building morale, my point is building morale is and being consistent with it. I think it's what it's going to require. I like little goodies and stuff like that, but if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. And that's how people think. I just don't feel like adulting. I don't feel like being responsible. So just keep your little goodies, keep a little $25. I'd risk for the call off. We had to be consistent and so that people can see the value in themselves. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. If you're not doing the job, you can still get a birthday card, but you won't be getting no $2 raise. You know what I'm saying? You can get the birthday card, but nobody's telling you attaboy because you're not doing nothing. So, but you will come to work on time. Okay, that's what you will do.
Yeah, you will. You will come to work. You have to come to work on time. Mm-hmm. So it's so I don't know, but I don't know if it's a generational thing or what, but this is a difficult era. This is a very difficult era to maintain good employees, to have good employees being consistent, Mm-hmm. And they're not easy to come by. I must say, they're not easy to come by at all. So, so we've talked about morale, we've talked about how the hiring process. Mm-hmm. Don't be too desperate looking for bodies to accept everybody. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Don't be too desperate. And some people are good at talking the walk. Mm-hmm. I remember this lady came for an interview. Oh, she said all the right things. She did all the right things. So I asked her, so when was the last time you went for an agency? She said, oh, she hasn't worked for an agency over 10 years because she started getting her own private clients. But mm-hmm. So I said, the last time you worked for an agency, what happened? And she started pouring things out. Well, after 10 years, I thought maybe she's grown and more matured, so she'll probably do better. I gave her everything. We agreed on everything. She did all her paperwork and everything. It was time for her to show up for a meet and greet. Mm-hmm. Never happened. The first day, she had an excuse. Okay. 3 days after, another excuse. And I decided, you know what? 2 excuses and you haven't even started yet. Mm-hmm. Nah, it's not gonna happen. So mm-hmm. I ended up not even introducing this person to the client in the first place. So you don't have unmet expectations, and then there's disappointment. Mm-hmm. So, and this is an adult. This is somebody over 50 years old, and you will think that as an adult they will know better. It's a matter of no, I don't think I can do this. It's not gonna work for me. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'll do it. But you can say I'll do it, but not show up. I'll do it, but not show up. I'll do it, not show up. Mm-hmm. I thought the younger generation were that way. But if somebody's in their 50s and they're doing that, it leaves a lot of things to be desired.
And I think that's why I see a lot of people allowing, that situation, and they'll go ahead whenever they come back around, they'll go ahead and hire them, and it's a disaster. It's going to be a disaster. And again, it affects who we're taking care of as well as team members, And
that is where the desperate home care owner comes in. Because they need a body to fill a space. So even if they'll show up for work for 3 days to give me some respite so I can do other things, then they will do it. And that is a disservice to the client. So we need to be careful how you're being, how what's desperation or where desperation is leading you to, because it's not
Mhm.
worth it. Hiring is expensive. Background checks are becoming so expensive these days.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Maybe start making people pay for their own background check, or take it out of their pay.
Some
Take it
some
out of
people
their pay,
do that.
and you
Some
can get it
agencies
back
do
if
that.
if you last 30 days, 60 days, or excuse me, 3 months, 6 months, you can get that back. You know, yeah.
That's something.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, so no,
something. Yeah.
you don't have to pay for it right out, but yes, it's gonna come out of your check for sure. I mean, you still might take an L, if you do it, and like you said, the young lady didn't show up, but that should motivate you to want to do the right thing. I don't know. It's tricky.
I mean, if you're going to take it out of your paycheck and you pay for it, then they don't show up. What paycheck are you going to take it out of anyway? So it's just people who can have some level of integrity to say that this is a home care agency. Seniors are counting on us. Somebody who has the heart for seniors to say, you
Mhm.
know what, I may be desperate for this paycheck, but also the senior also needs care. So if I know I can show up for this, because you're not doing it, you're not showing up for me. I mean, it affects me. It affects my integrity. It affects my promise. To do whatever I put my hands to and do it well. So
Mhm.
that means that you have to continue hiring and seeking and have the right incentives for the ones who will show up. I have some good quality caregivers that I feel so blessed to have. To be honest, you have some great. I had this client who needed this short time of care. Most people won't do it. This caregiver said, Edith, you are so nice to work for. I will do it for you. And he's shown up and he's done it. And I am so thankful to him. And in fact, the people on my team, I am grateful for them. I am grateful for them. But as you grow and you get larger and you get larger, that's where you have to know what you can handle, in my opinion. Don't keep looking for so much and get greedy and not be able to, and now blame the client, for what your caregivers are not doing. I think that integrity comes into play here too.
I agree. I certainly agree. We got to do better. I don't know. I think training classes are important as well. You know, uh,
Ooh, big deal.
yeah, absolutely. Continued education. I'm not just where you're sitting in front of a computer and having to take those same, little courses every year. And we talked about this before. Just the fire safety and all these things. There needs to be hands-on. I'm very big about hands-on training, interactive training. It makes a huge difference. I always said if I was going to do a training class, I would do it where we can choose somewhere to eat. So the group says Olive Garden, cool, we're eating Olive Garden. But guess what? The first part of the meal you're going to eat mechanical. The second part of the meal, you're gonna eat pureed. And the best part, the part you like the best, we can eat it regular, but somebody's gonna feed you. How
What do you
about
mean? Explain that.
that? Like so,
Oh,
yeah. So if you have a 3-course meal, okay, so like you're doing this, I don't know, soup and salad, whatever. Then you're doing, I don't know, the 3-course meal. Well, part of it has to be mechanical soft. Part of it has to be pureed, whereas and you can feed yourself these things. But the best part, if you're waiting to eat the steak cooked just right with mushrooms and onions, cool, you can eat that. But I'm gonna have to feed you. You're gonna eat the best part of your meal. I'm gonna feed you, so you can see what it's like to have your food altered because you can't chew or you can't swallow. You have to see what it feels like to want to eat something, but somebody else has to feed you, and you have to be at literally in somebody else's hand. I think those things are important. Um, I don't even think people in the kitchens when they make those pureed meals have ever tasted that food. I have, because I make sure when I fix their food, when I prep their food, I understand what they're eating. I understand why they're not eating. I don't, you still have to season the food. You still have to, you know, so make it look appealing, not like it came out of somebody's baby jar. These are grown adults here, and this is what we're doing. You got a whole steak looking like chunky, gravy on this plate. It's weird. So we have to think about the training.
So in other words, you put the employee, the care associate in the place of the client.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just see how this feels.
Yeah.
I just got your food pureed. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Eat it yourself.
Yeah.
Or I feed you with the puree and make sure it goes all over your clothes. Right? Not being patient.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I even said like with the incontinence thing, I had a whole idea with this training thing. Like even doing activities, you've got 5, 6, 10 people in the room. Well, somebody, everybody's got to pick a number, somebody's got something that stinks. It's not poop, but it's something that smells foul. So we're sitting in this room, all of us in training, and somebody smells foul. Everybody else is sitting on something wet. Okay, so you bring your bathing suit, you bring and change your clothes, but you're gonna sit on this wet towel. You're gonna sit here on this wet towel. And eventually, it's gonna be warm, but it's gonna get cold. And now you're sitting on a cold, wet towel, like somebody's sitting in their own urine. It's not comfortable. See how long you can sit there and hold a conversation in this training class like that. And then once we find out who smells,
I think I like you. Should I hate you if I? I think no, but these are practical things.
Yes,
because these are practical things. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's my goal, because I want us to understand. We have to understand what's going on. We have to understand why we're putting on compression stockings for someone with edema. And how that affects somebody. It affects your heart. You have to understand those things. How does it feel? As I said, with the bathing suits, how do you feel about having to get undressed in front of somebody? Yeah, you're in a bathing suit, but somebody's gonna go ahead and help you in the shower. How does that feel? I don't want nobody sitting in the bathroom with me. I don't even like using public bathrooms where there's multiple stalls. I won't do it. I won't. So I'll be darned if I voluntarily have somebody in the bathroom
right behind me after I've had the number 2. I hate it.
Yeah.
Let the room don't stop it. Don't, So yeah, just having someone sitting there with you. No, that's rough.
Yeah.
You put it in perspective, Queen. You really put it in perspective.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's rough. Real though. I remember I had come back from Cancun. My husband and I, we came home from Cancun, and we had a 3-hour layover. And it was crazy because we had been there, and when we got into the airport, we were in a resort. So when we got to the airport, we realized that the whole time there, we hadn't had any Mexican food. So we decided to eat Mexican food in the airport. Queen, I wasn't thinking. Yeah. We decided to have Mexican food in the airport, had a margarita, got on that plane, and we wound up going bumping the first class because my husband needed some more space. Bumping the first class on the plane. This is my first time even being on an airplane. Okay, yeah. Had to go to the bathroom. I get in this little stall, and I'm like, the bathroom was right there in front of everybody's. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. So I'm holding it now. We touch down after a few hours, go through customs again. I'm like, okay, I think we were in Chicago, having to come back. And I was like, okay, well, I just, we're almost home. I'll just wait. My stomach's bubbling. They said a 3-hour layover. I swear I started crying. I was like, I cannot go to this bathroom. My husband was like, just go to the bathroom. I go in the bathroom, all these stalls. I go all the way to the end. Queen, I promise you. This is how I feel about public bathrooms. Go all the way to the end of like 20 darn stalls, 40 stalls. Every time somebody came in, though, they go to the stall next to mine. So I'm sitting in the bathroom with my knees up like this so nobody sees my feet, calling my husband. I'm like, help me. I got to go so bad. Please help. They keep coming in. He's like, girl, if you'll go to bed. I said, I can't. I'm in there crying. Never went. 3 hours later, 3, 4 hours later, wind up getting home because I was like, could you just rent a car so we can drive home? Please, can you just rent a car? He was like, you're crazy. He's like, no. Finally got home. I thought I was going to die. Think about that with our seniors. Okay, there was no way I was going to poop my pants now. But think about that with a senior that has had an accident. Who's laughing in the chat? Who's laughing in the chat? I see that.
I wish I could see the chat.
I know, right?
Let me
But
go
think about our seniors. Now they've urinated, they've dribbled, now they've had a full BM, and here you are, they're having to go down the hall. I had you do this, you could have made it to the bathroom. Yeah, all these different things, I know, Queen, it is dangerous. Y'all think I knew that?
Yeah.
So, and I did know better. We seniors ain't got no choice. I did know better. That's the sad part about it. Oh, man. And as a nurse, I said, I'm like, well, everybody poops. Oh, I wasn't having it that day. I wasn't having it.
Listen, I've gotten over that thing. I remember, let me not even go there, but girl, I will lock my bathroom door to my husband. When I'm in there, he doesn't come there. Mm-hmm. I'll finish, I'll take a shower before I leave the door unlocked. And he used to knock, bang. I said, there's a reason there are 2 bathrooms in this house, because even though they're just 2 of us, go to the other bathroom. You go to the other bathroom. You don't knock on this door. That was me. But Queen, guess what?
Yeah.
I got to the point, I travel for school, okay? And we are all in the class, and you go to this bathroom, and there are a few stalls. Girl, I had to get over myself and get healthy, because you can't sit in that classroom 8 a.m. to 6 or 5 p.m. all day holding that in. That's poison to my body. I had to get over it. Yeah. I had to get over it quickly. It's poison to your body. Don't hold it in. Go. Everybody goes. Yes. Sometimes you walk in the doorroom and that place stinks and they don't even care. Listen, you have to get to that point. You get over yourself. And I think I've gotten to that point where it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah.
And then freedom.
And it's funny because as we get older, seniors don't care. Like I've done wound care on seniors, butts all in my face, just pass gas. I guess then they'll be like, oh, I think I passed gas. I'm like, what do you mean? So yes, you're right. It's a natural thing. And it doesn't bother me when they do. So it's a natural thing. I just have to
get up. So don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. It's no more. But just not even having your privacy anymore. It's a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. We need to put ourselves in their situation and respect them, and show up, because it's one thing when something really serious happens. You're really sick. Something is going on with you. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's different. But when it's just because I don't feel like it, you really don't need a job. Mm-hmm. Just don't feel like it. Stay at home. Just stay at home. Don't bother any senior. Be sensitive like that. That's why I feel like we need people who truly care. Mm-hmm. Who care, who when they don't show up, they're like, oh my God, this woman is gonna need me, this man needs me, why am I doing this? I'll get up and go. Mm-hmm. Because there are days when we all don't feel like it. Yeah. There are days when we all don't feel like getting up because something is bothering you. You're probably a little depressed, but you realize that when you go out and help that individual, you're helping yourself. Your life has a purpose, and sometimes purpose will pull you out of that situation, that depression. Sometimes purpose will let you stop worrying for, even if it's 1 hour a day. Take away because when you're focused on helping others, you're not focused on worrying and having those whatever it is that you're feeling because of whatever the situation is. Life will go on. Listen, life will go on. So, but don't get drunk Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, And I'm not gonna go to work. That's not cool. I never did that. I don't know how people do that. I never did that. If I call out, I really need to call out. So when I do, and I don't even remember how many times, they know. They know, for example, when if I had to travel away for the weekend, go away for the weekend, I let my coordinator know, listen, I'm going away. I'll be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My goal is to come back Sunday evening. So I'll be back on Monday. But if anything happens on the way, I'll call you. Sunday, I'm on the road at Sunday evening, 10 p.m. or maybe 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I call, I say, listen, I'm on the road. There's this road. I remember the situation. There was road, something happened. There was so much traffic from Ohio to Indiana. I said, I am stuck in this traffic. We've been sitting in for 2-3 hours and we haven't even moved a mile. I don't know how long this is going to take. So please cover my shift. They're like, oh, Edith, I got you. Because it was not a habitual thing. They know that if it is that she can make it, she really can. And she's not playing games. That's what we want to see. That's what you want to see. We are all adults. We want to be treated like one, then be one. You know what I mean? Be one. Well, once again, I can't see the comments, so let me go on the page so I can see it from here. And they're still asking you thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the shares. But we're still asking for topics for the last, for the next 3 months of the year. What would you like to hear? It's I get $1 more for being consistent. Wow, I like that. People don't want to work but expect to get paid. Oh, okay. That is dangerous to your health. Queen, did you hear that?
Yeah, I posted them up. I've been posting them all up from what I see. Unless you have something on your page, I post them all. I put
Your
them all
mom
up.
said,
Yeah.
"Shoo, sorry, that's my daughter." she knows you. Yeah, we need to get over it. Maybe as I've gotten older, I'm like, okay, all these people are doing it. Why can't I just do it? It's not like they're doing something wrong. I got to why
Right.
not do it? And then you're in the classroom, your stomach begins to hurt so bad, and all that poison is going back inside your system. Think
Definitely.
about it that way. You're keeping poison in instead of letting it out.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're very right. So yeah, it wasn't a bad way. It wasn't a bad way that day. Lord. So
So, for
yeah,
those
we
of us who joined us late, we are asking for topics. What would you like us to discuss on this platform? Because it has to be worth your time. You're going to be here. You love your family, so you're going to be here. What would you like us to talk about? What would you like to hear? We need your input. So let's keep bringing those up. We're looking for it in the chat.
definitely. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we are almost out of time. So before we go, Queen is going to tell you all how you can get a hold of Peak Home Care Associates. We're going to leave out because we've just been goofing off here. We had a really good discussion. I think I enjoyed this conversation as always, and I hope you all did as well. Hopefully, you can like, share, and subscribe. If you look in the descriptions, it gives you all the links to all our stuff, all our good platforms and everything. So we want you to stay connected with us. Make sure you all go over to Peak Home Care Associates on YouTube and subscribe. That would be super awesome if you all can do that, so we can get the likes up there, get the traffic up over there. But I want to share with you guys this funny video with this old man trying to figure out how to use Alexa for the first time. I thought it was cute. It's like 2 minutes long because we don't realize what our seniors are going through. We have to be more sensitive with our seniors. And so we'll leave off with a funny note looking at that. But before we do, make sure you all drop us a comment and let us know what you want to hear about. while Queen Edith tells you just how you can get a hold of us.
So PicHomeCareAssociates.com. That's the first place you can go to our website. Of course, you know who we are on Facebook, Pick Home Care Associates, the same on YouTube. Thank you for doing that, liking our videos, sharing them, inviting someone. I think I'm going to have a gift. I'm going to find a gift for the person who shares our videos. The same thing we're going to do with our employees, we're going to do with our viewers. And I think that we have some consistent people, and I want their names for a little Thanksgiving, something for Thanksgiving, you know, just to thank all of you, Queen Essie, Queen Mother Randa, Queen Mother, what's your auntie's name?
We got Queen Betty. We've got Queen Kathy B. Who else?
Yes.
We have the gentleman. Who else? The gentleman that comes in.
And I like this. I went to like his page. So we want to make
No. Your guy, the guy that comes in. I wanted to give him a shout out. What's his name?
Emmanuel Hyde.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. We need to make a list of, because these beautiful queens and kings have been with us consistently since we started, but I'll just say all year. And we want to be able to say thank you to them as well. Not that they want it. I know they don't want it. They don't care. They're just here to be themselves, but we still want to say thank you. So yeah. So we're gonna have some incentives on our videos, you know. Right. So yeah, and make it fun, you know. Yes. Make it fun. We Queen. It's Queen Angelina's baby. We're gonna sit down, get together, plan something, and we'll let you know how all of this is gonna go. I've got someone sent me some books for my personal Facebook video. Let me bring it. Hold on just a second.
Thank you, Queen Essie.
You see, I haven't even opened the envelope yet, but it's books, because I do a lot of talk stuff on marriage and family. This is a great book, and it's not too big to read. So if you want someone is getting married, and you are one of my guests, you know, consistent guests, I will give you a copy. This is a.
And what is it? What is this? What's the title?
God's Divine Order in Marriage, Revealing God's Heart.
Okay.
It's a powerful. It's you see, big print, easy to read. Every couple must have one, and I'm gonna, and the person's name is Beatrice, which is also Bailey. So I'm gonna start giving away some of these gifts on my platform, especially to people who are getting ready for marriage and people in marriage. I promise I'll buy a few more and start giving it out, because we need to empower our marriages. You know, marriages. And Queen, one is for you. I'm sending one to your house.
And as you all know, thank you, Queen. As you all know, Queen is finishing up with school as far as counseling for marriages and families. So that's right on time. That's an awesome book. It's an awesome book to have.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So
Pick Home Care, I deviated. So Pick Home Care on social media, you know what? We're actually on Instagram, if you know that, but we don't use it. So we need to figure out how to get our videos and stuff on Instagram, to make a few reels, you know, and get it on Instagram. But yeah, we are. Okay, so we are located physically in Noblesville, Indiana, 17555 Willowview Road, and it's in Noblesville. You can get us there. The other place you can get us is on the phone. You can text us 317-863-0832. It's a phone call that will come to any of our phones, 317-863-0832. If you just want to text, it's 317-908-7459. You can also text us. And please don't assume we don't do it, or don't assume we will do it. Talk to us. Because care is customized. Your needs, you can customize it to meet your needs. If we cannot do it, we cannot do it. It's as simple as that. We have other things coming as well. So please talk to us. We like to talk to you. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. We're so excited to network with you all. So we're going to get out of here. We're so grateful for your time. I'm going to show you this quick video real quick because it's cute. It's 1.5 minutes. It's super cute. So we're going to watch this little man try to work Alexa for the first time. God bless our seniors. I love our seniors. Go ahead, Queen.
No, I'm cute. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, he's so cute. I just found him when I was flip-flopping new stuff. So we'll watch this for a second just to end off on a fun note and see what he does. I didn't see all the videos, so we're going to watch it together and just have some quick fun, and we'll get out of here. That's okay with you all. Let's see what he does.
Can I ask her? No answer. Alexa, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Alexa? What? How about sausage and pepperoni pizzas? Are they good for you or not? Alexa? Sausage and pepperoni pizzas.
Sausage added to your shopping list.
I can't. Shopping list? I don't want to shop underwear. I didn't say that. Sausage.
You already have sausage on your shopping list.
No, I don't want. Alexa, I don't want a shopping list. I want to ask you.
I am only able to clear your shopping list, not delete it. Would you like me to clear the 3 items on it?
Yes, because I don't want that.
Done.
Thank you.
Anytime. Literally.
She said literally. Literally. What is this?
Oh, God bless our seniors. Y'all better have some respect for our seniors and help our seniors out, okay? Y'all better stop playing.
You know, there is a topic about the seniors and technology. That is a great thing. That's interesting. Oh my God.
Yes. So y'all have some compassion for our seniors, have some love for our seniors. If you are supposed to be there, please show up and show up on time so this gentleman don't have to try to figure out Alexa and his pepperoni pizza by himself. Y'all hear me? Please like, please share, please go to every link in the description and subscribe. We appreciate you all. We love you all. We wish you peace, love, and blessings all day, every day. Until next time, same time, next Saturday, 10 a.m.-ish. Peace.